Hello everybody, I am here to make a quick video. I don't know how smooth this is going to be. It's probably not going to be very smooth at all as far as production value, starting with the fact that I have shadows all over me right now. It's because I'm clearly in transition, trying to get the upstairs fixed up here. You know, it's getting closer. I'll probably splice in a video here in a second, but we are getting it. You know, we got it, the walls up, we got it insulated, we got it sheetrocked. I'll just go ahead and splice in a quick just kind of walkthrough of what it looks like at the current moment right now. All right, so this first part is when we had the insulation in, and so that's coming along. You can see the insides and everything, and then right about now, this is what it looks like with sheetrock on, and it has then been floated or taped and floated or whatever. I'm trying to act like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. And this is the inside of the bedroom slash Lego room without sheetrock, and then this is with sheetrock, and so you can see that it is coming along as well. So next, I guess, is some of the cabinetry, and then of course floors and paint, and then the details like electric outlet plugs and things like that. So this is the little balcony that we have that looks into the outside. We got our backyard that we love, got our flat roof. But anyway, we are hugely excited about it. This is, of course, the wall that will have, you know, the big screen TV on there that will be the game room the kids have been looking for, the big extra space, and so put the collectible room in there. That's what it's looking like right now. All right, so you can see that it is, it's like I said, it got insulated, it got sheetrock floated and taped, and or whatever all the terminology is for it. We are on our way to having a room where I can at least leave somewhat of a permanent structure for filming some stuff. So we are being lit here by 100% sunlight, and so forgive me for the shadows and maybe any glare and stuff. The purpose behind this video, before I just yammer on forever, is to display this, and this is it's a display that is going to show off, ideally, some of a premium way to show off some of my slabs, because what is having a collection without, you know, showing it off and at least having it bring you some sort of joy visually, you know. So that's what I've done here. So I've watched videos like you guys probably do when you have downtime, and on YouTube, and came across a couple of things called showyourslabs.com, and so I went ahead and got a couple things, and I'm gonna open it here. I've not seen it yet, and but it is an acrylic display case for a variety of things, whether you have, you know, CSG cards, you got, if I'm saying that right, I don't have any, but you know, Beckett cards, whether you have PSA, whether you have just top loaders, you know, anything, magazines, comics, that sort of stuff. And so I've had this for a few days, waiting for some time to be able to reconstruct this glue and tape, you know, filming studio, and now I get to open it and slide in some of my things. And so what I'm also going to do is go ahead and fill it with some cards. I'm going to fill it with, right now, my favorite, I would say, 16 cards that I've mostly, of course, cracked myself. You know, opened here on the channel. So it comes in here like this. I'll get rid of this box by doing that, and then I'll try to get this thing. So I bought two of these little guys because one is for the cards, because I didn't, and then another is for what I'm going to have in there too, which is a couple of comic books. I've been watching the Action Figure Grader, and he's kind of got me into the comic side of things. I feel like, you know, if you're Star Wars, it's a nice, slim, pretty thing to display. And so that is, so I went ahead and got a 3-piece comic display too, which I'll go ahead and put in here at the end as well. But looking at this item, it comes with a couple of little, I guess I'll put it up here, little kind of suction cup things, so you can take out your PSA slabs from their holders when you put them in. So that is nice. I guess I got 2 because of the comic book display that is underneath. But this is a 16 show, right? It's a 16-piece display that has a backing on it that I need to peel off. And so if this takes too long, I might zip through, but who knows? And then maybe this will peel off in just absolutely 1 second. I don't know. Once I get my fingernail in here, I'm thinking it should peel off. Here we go. I'm getting something now. But here we go. So this peels off nicely. One of the more satisfying things is when you get something that peels off and reveals something that's nice and clean. Let's hope that stays in one piece, which it is so far. So the idea is that we'll have these displayed on my wall in my room. So I gave a little bit of a video update of kind of what's happening upstairs. And this is, of course, a venture of aiding that room as well, to have some nice displays for the pieces. And one of the major benefits of this as well is that you can just change them out at any time, right? Use the suction cup, pop them right out. Each of these little pieces here too are the little, they're gelatin. They look like little gel stickies, right? Let me go ahead and, yeah, I might want to speed this up. Okay, so that, you know, that's all the real work that it takes, I believe. The front has been cleaned off, the back, it's got the gelatin little pieces in here. It says remove them. Okay, yeah. So we are good to go. And in here, if you haven't noticed, is that you've got some little holes that are to screw into the wall right here and here. And so that is how ultimately it stays on the wall. And so let's go ahead. We'll remove this from here. I've got the comic book one too that I'll just flash at you real quick. So here is the comic book guy. And I will show you which my 3 comics. I have another comic on order that has been purchased. It should arrive Monday, but here is the comic book sized one. So we'll fill that up in a minute. But so let's go ahead and just do this, right? I mean, let's see how it works, see how it looks. It's not like I'll be able to really put it on the wall when I'm done, but we can at least see how they hold and this sort of thing. But personally, selfishly, I'm just excited to get this thing in here and just see if I want to go get another slew of these things. But so I'm going to go in here and just say, you know, what is it that's making me decide my top 16 that's going to go in here for the current time being? And I would say that my top 5 things are, the first one is probably going to just be rarity, right? The rarity of the actual card at the pop count. In other words, you know, what is that going to, you know, is it less than 10? Is there 50? That sort of thing makes a difference. Then we've got just what series it's in, right? Whether it's series 1 or 5, this sort of thing. Another thing is, it's important, of course, is the grade. You know, how can we argue with the fact that the grade factors in, for sure. Another thing is, you know, did I purchase it on eBay? Did I purchase it on eBay, or did I pull it myself, right? It does have much more meaning if you pull it yourself. You know, it's much more fun if you remember it, and certainly I basically have everything on camera, what I've pulled. And then finally, of course, who is it? What character is it? So those are the things that I've kind of gone through in my mind to help me decide who these 16, or which of these 16 cards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start popping these out here. This first one is probably just one, it is the only, you know, 5th series card that I've got here. And that's, you know, it's one of the rare PSA 8s that I had. But it's got Vader in there. It's got Stormtrooper. Forgive me, the lighting is terrible. But we got Stormtrooper, we got Darth Vader. It is an 8, so it's a serviceable card. But I will put it down here in the kind of the 16th spot, if you will. Man, that fits in there absolutely like a glove. And I'm hoping that, of course, the gel is sticking up on it as well. My next card is going to be this one of my awesome PSA 10s. It's a, you know, in the trash compactor scene there, we've got Leia, we got Chewie in the back, and then Luke. So that is an awesome PSA 10 from Series 3. Next is going to be Luke from the Wonder Bread series of cards, those 16. I went, and this is a purchased one. I went and got the full set online from someone. And so, you know, I just went and got the full Monty. I'm trying to get all 9s with the new slabs, and I'm almost there, not quite there, but this is one of the ones that I believe came in that original purchase. So, but that's an awesome card, right? Luke in a 9 from the Wonder Bread series, 77. Next is going to be Yoda. Pulled him on my Empire Strikes Back. Got a 9 in his Starfile rookie. So that is a really nice card that is going to make the 13th spot. Number 12 is going to be Han Solo with a PSA 9 on it. You know, I've got some 10s in there. Plenty of 10s really didn't even make the list here. I'm trying to get a nice assortment of things too, stuff that I want to look at. But we've got Han Solo Series 3 in a PSA 9. Next, yes, we've got a Series 4. Recently pulled this out and had it graded. It is a 9. And so that is the Honored Heroes. I'm having just a blast. I think this is actually from no, this is probably a behind the scenes type shot. But that's from Series 4. Next is going to be IG-88 and Boba Fett. 2 awesome characters. Loved pulling this. I have a few of these. I think I have a couple in a 9. Really cool card. Makes the number 10 spot. So number 9 is one of my rare 9s from my Series 2 submission. But that's Leia sitting there about to get the medical droid poking and prodding her. And so that is making the number 9 spot. Number 8, loved this card. This was interesting. I thought I had a much better card that I sent in and a much more expensive speed to PSA. Got an 8 on it. But yet this one comes back. I thought it was a lesser card from what I could see, and it got a 9. So, but that is great. Love this, you know, love this shot of Vader. So that makes the number 8 spot. Number 7 is going to be a really good card from Series 1 that I just got back. This is a 9 from the Series 1, and it's card number 2, R2, and C-3PO. Pretty much known as C-3PO's rookie card, from what I know. Now this one, is not going to fit in the case, but this is my favorite Sapphire card. This is a gold 215 card with, you know, Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill. They're about to swing across the chasm. This is a PSA 10, which seems to not be too tough to get in, you know, the old Sapphire set. But I love this card, and I think this is a weirder, thicker slab, if you see that. And so that isn't going to, that's just flat out not going to stay. And so I'm going to probably have to go get a, you know, kind of a fatter insert. But for the time being, I'm just going to go ahead and put this one in there in its place. It's the same card. It's to 75, but it's also a 10 that I've pulled and got graded. And so that was fun. So I'll just go ahead and put that in there as a placeholder until I get it in there. So number 5, Vader Wonder Bread, PSA 9, new slab, sweet card. Love this set. So I still need the Leia and Han Solo in a PSA 9. I think I have them in like an 8 or something like that, but it's also old slab. So anyway, that is number 5. Number 4 of my favorites. Okay, purchased this one straight up. Non-sports card, knew it. He saw the purchase in here. Did not get this thing for free. It is one of the, I believe it's one of the 4, you know, pop count. I had written down a bunch of statistics of the pop counts of all of these, but this is a low pop 4 of this Return of the Jedi Boba Fett card, PSA 10, old slab, but nonetheless, love this card. Really cool. Is making the 4th spot. Number 3, your boy Goldenrod. Love this card. You know, not for any weirdo reasons, but really cool. Nice PSA 8 in here. C3PO error. I have you know, I've got 5 of these in those 2 boxes, sent them all off, got scores of 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. So all really cool. That's my lone 8 that I got from it. And then boom, here is my kind of P&J pride and joy of the Series 1. Now this, if you remember, I did send in 6 Lukes from my box that I opened. And I got 3 6s and 3 7s from it. I have sold now, you know, I've officially sold 2 of the 6s and 2 of the 7s. And that helped me get this 8. And so, in essence, you know, that box that I opened got me an 8, right? But it is a purchased one, so it doesn't quite have the nostalgic feel to it that this last card does have. And some of you have guessed it, that the number 1 is going to be my Lando Calrissian. Now, as you know from the top 5 reasonings of why I have these cards in these spots, probably not my favorite character. He's an important character, right? But I think the fact that I pulled it, it is pretty rare, you know. It's a pop 3, I want to say, pop 3. Having a PSA 10, it's in the new slab. I mean, it was just so fun to open that up on camera, send it off, reveal it on camera to get it. Just had a lot of fun getting that. So those are my top 16 with the combined of, you know, purchased and cracked open ones. That is a really cool, I'm gonna turn this thing over and let's see how many fall out. Yep, what do we got? Why is this one not gonna fall out? We have to stick it in there. Yeah, there we go. So they are in there, and it's just gonna be hanging, you know, straight up and down. So it's not like I have to worry about too much, you know, effort going up and down and around. It's not like I'm traveling in an airplane with it or something. But that is a really neat display for some PSA slabs. Right, I want to have those on display, and so far so good. I really like it. I wish I could just walk up to the room and screw it into the wall and kind of show it off that way, but I think I'm just going to get some more of these is what I'm probably going to end up doing. Let me show you real quickly as well the comic one before I sign off on this fairly speedy video. At least it's less than an hour. That's kind of not normal for me. But here is this one. I don't know how I'm going to really get this in here because of the orientation of the camera and stuff like that. But let me get rid of these little guys here. Okay, get rid of this trash. I'll clean up the trash later. But watching comic stuff, you know, love artwork. I'm a big animation guy. I've got my 3 singular comic books that we possess here as a family. One of these is my son's, and this one is the Iron Man. It is a, you know, it's, look at that fit, right? Let's see, is that fitting in there? Yeah, it does. I can see it's stuck in there as well. So this is the one non-Star Wars comic, but now I've got the first 3 Star Wars comic books right here. So here is number 2. It's a 9.6 white pages, so one step off of kind of perfection, I guess. I think there is such a thing as a 9.9, but a 9.6 is right next to the 9.8. It is white pages, and that would be the Luke or the Star Wars 1977 original series, but the second comic. And then also in here to finish the comic little strip that I have is a 9.6 of the first comic book. It is number 1, Star Wars number 1, 1977, 9.6 white pages. So the 9.8, as you know, is like $4,000 or $5,000. This one is significantly less, but nonetheless looks pretty good. It's not that I'm a massive comic book collector, but this is going to be great to have on the wall as well. So looking at that, kind of giving a little bit of a press in here. It is certainly wedged in there enough. That is a neat display. It still has its backing on here that I won't bore you with me struggling to, you know, to take off. But that is a mighty fine little display that can be screwed on the wall. And the number 3 is in the mail as we speak. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys a quick display of this acrylic piece from Show Your Slabs. And you know, we'll get back with it. I'm gonna have a statistics video, a wrap up of all of the different boxes that I've opened, really focusing on the ones that I did a bulk submission, which is, you know, series 1 through 5, and then of course the Empire Strikes Back series 1. So I've got some statistics on that, and we'll kind of go over what some of those returns have been. So not a polished video, sorry to be a little all over the place. The lighting and the shadows and the glares and everything else, you know, oh my, but I will be back shortly, just still hoping to get this room done so we can have a little more permanent place to make some stuff. But thank you very much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.